Hi everyone, I'm Rachel, and today I'm going to show you how to make your own terrarium. There's lots of different ways to do this, but this is my favorite way and I hope you enjoy it. So you only need a couple of materials for this tutorial, the first being a container, and I'm using an old jam jar or a mason jar. You can use anything you want really. I have a plastic box that an old speaker came in, you could use that. Just make sure it's translucent so you can see what's going on inside, because that's what makes terrarium so pretty. And then you need, of course, the filler for your terrarium. So I'm using these old marbles, or Mancala beads, whatever you call them. And I got these from my mom's friend, but you can also get them either at a craft store or even at a pet store, because they have these marbles or like gravel for fish tanks. So you can pretty much use anything you want. And then to embellish it, I'm not sure yet, either seashells or rocks, which I just collect in this jar. But you don't have to have this, it's just, I don't know, I think it makes it look nice. And then, of course, you need a plant. So I'm using an air plant, which, as you can see, doesn't have roots, and it just sits on top of the air. It just sits. And it's really low maintenance. You only have to water it like once a week and just spray or put a little bit of water on it. But if you're using a regular plant, you'll need to have dirt. So I have an example where this is a regular plant where it has actual roots. It's a succulent. And so what I did is I filled it about halfway or a third of the way with dirt, and then put everything else on top of it, like the decorations on top of the dirt. So just make sure you have the right plant. The first thing you want to do is fill your jar about 3/4 of the way full with marble. After you've filled your jar with marbles, then you're going to want to determine your embellishments. So I'm just going to dump these out and take a look. Okay, so I've chosen my embellishments, and I went for darker colors just because the orange is so dark and I didn't want to do like white, bright seashells. So I went for darker rocks and things, so like I have these rocks. Some are purple, blue, gray. I have some seashells, but they're more dark. And then I have these rocks. These. And then my favorite is this rock. And it's flat. I don't know, I just like it. So I'm going to figure out how I want to lay these out in the top of my jar. So I'm going to put this one in first just because it's bigger. It takes up more room. And I would say lay your least favorite things on the bottom, because obviously they won't be seen as well. And just kind of mess around with it for a little while. It doesn't have to be perfect. And you can always take the plant out and change it if for some reason you don't like the way it turned out. Be kind of haphazard. And because the things I chose are so small, they're not very visible from the side view. They're more visible from the top. And they're moving up, it's fine. So if you want it to be visible in like specific layers, then just do less marbles and more embellishments. But this is fine with me. And then you're just going to lay your plant on the top. And you can kind of mush it down a little bit if you want to, so it looks like it at least has a stable place to be. And then you're good to go. So this is the final product, and I like the way it turned out. I'm just going to show you two more. So like the one I showed you before, this one is a normal succulent, and I took dirt, small white rocks, and then large darker colored rocks. And this has been alive for a couple months, and it's been fine. Even if you forget to water it, it turns out okay. And then this is one I made for my mom for her birthday one time. I used an old ice cream container. It's like thick plastic, so it's pretty durable. I used the Mancala beads, but they're clear and larger. And as you can see, I used the lighter seashells to give it more of a beachy look. And this plant really took off. It was the same size as this one, and I got them at the same time, and it got humongous. So yeah, I really like the way they turned out, and I hope you do too. Thanks so much for watching. I would love comments giving me suggestions for new videos. And please like and subscribe for new videos every week. Bye!